Happy Labor Day morning. Welcome to the Bob Randall and Company Live preview show for Monday. What a great day, Monday. Beautiful, beautiful weather here after 48 days of no rain in north central Texas, as it was official. We got rain yesterday. That's right. The drought is over. We had over an inch here at our house, and gosh, it was so wonderful. Cooled the temperature down a little bit. Of course, we're supposed to get back up near 100 again today, and we'll continue that trend for another 4 or 5 days, they say. And hopefully by then we're done with all that. Kind of waiting on Randy. Randy had a gig that he was working right up to the top of the hour. And as soon as he could rush out and get to his car, he was going to join us. So he'll be along here shortly. It's good that some guys are, getting to work. Randy works almost every weekend, pretty much every weekend. He's one of those that just is out there doing magic constantly, enjoys what he does, and is fantastic and great at it. And the folks that go to see him are always pleased at his performance. Such a great entertainer. All right, so we talked about the weather a little bit here. Gosh, man, we're not that far from starting our season. Season's coming on pretty quick now. For those who start doing photo work in either late October, early October, some start, the 1st of November and work through. For me, I started them all the week before Black Friday. So I try to get my photo sessions in mid-October through the first week or two of November each year. And absolutely love doing both. All right, so as we said, it's Labor Day. Hope everyone's having a good time. If you're cooking out tonight, be sure and enjoy and savor what you cook. Enjoy the weather if you got good weather where you're at. I think across the country we're doing pretty good. And I hate to say it without Randy, but snow will be here before you know it. They're forecasting the Farmer's Almanac forecasting more than normal snow across the southern part of the United States. So that includes us. That would be something different. We don't get much snow here in North Texas. When we do, it's usually just a trace to an inch or two. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead and I guess let's see if we can go ahead and jump into something, Burger Angie. Randy's here, so let's just wait a minute. There he is.
Hey guys.
How are you? How was your gig?
Wow, man, what a long few days, but fantastic. 5 hours of twisting and blowing up. Well, I use a pump now, but 5 hours of blowing balloons yesterday, and man, it's phenomenal. Just knock on wood, be thankful. What are all those words above?
Well, you're looking
How you
good
doing?
today. Got your performing vest on there, I see. Your checker
Yep,
vest.
yep, yep,
Yeah,
yep, yep. Ready to
pretty
go.
cool, pretty cool. So
Yeah, how
I
you
was just
doing?
talking about the weather, Randy. Update you. After 48 days, we finally got rain here in north central Texas.
Wow, finally,
48 days
finally.
without any measurable precipitation. There was sprinkles here or there, but nothing that would go in the gauge. We got over an inch here at our house yesterday. It was a welcome, something we needed really bad. Uh,
Real
the
bad.
grass is brown. The plants are hanging on because we actually try to keep water on those
Yeah,
to
yeah,
keep them
that's a good
losing
idea.
them. But
Yeah, the
so,
grass. You guys have much grass there?
oh yeah, yeah. North
You, but
Texas,
that's probably gone dormant anyway. That's gone into
you go
its.
you go just to the west of us. Fort Worth is the beginning of what they call the West, and Dallas is considered, being the eastern city of the two. But
Okay.
you get to Fort Worth, and the climate starts changing, a little more arid, more desert-like, more high plains, more sand. Those type of plants that are especially far out West Texas. It looks just like New Mexico and Arizona does in a lot of places. So, but
Wow.
yeah, here where we're at, and you go just a little bit east of us by 45 minutes to an hour, and you get into the piney forest, and so we're just kind of in that convergence zone from where it's really dry to where we get rain, and then the East Texas is the one that really gets the majority of the precipitation. So, how's your weather, man?
We're actually, I think, at 91 today, I think, is what it says out there to right now. So sunny 91. And it's, thank goodness I was inside all day the last 2 days. I was inside working. So a little warm out here, but the air conditioning is working good in the truck. So,
Well,
yeah,
that's
it's
good. Yeah, it's
beautiful.
90,
Sunshine.
97 here right now, so there's a little bit of difference, but hopefully we're going to stay under 100 today, but they're forecasting somewhere right around the 99, 100. So
Wow.
I'm just ready
Excited
for
to
the
stay
triple
under 100.
digits to be over with.
Excited
Done
to
with
stay
them.
under 100. That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy to
that's
think.
not so bad. Of
Excited to stay under 100. Well, good luck.
course,
I'm so
again, the
glad you guys
trade-off
are
is.
winning.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I apologize. Go ahead.
I just saying the trade-off is we got more humidity today, so it still feels balmy. Either way you
Yeah.
look at it. Well, all right, you ready to get the show on the road for a happy Labor Day Monday?
Happy Labor Day Monday. Can you believe
All
that
right,
Labor Day's?
let's do something like that big old burger we've been looking at here.
I
Something
am
burger, hot
hungry too.
topics coming up next.
I am hungry.
All right, welcome to Something Burger Hot Topics. As always, we have two topics to talk about today, and we're going to let Randy go first, as we always do, which is customary here on the Bob Randall and Company Live preview show. So, Randy, over to you, my brother.
Let's hope I got this right. I lost myself here is what I did, so I don't need to see what I look like anyway. But
You're still
there
on
we go.
camera. You're still good.
That's okay. I'm just joining the chat. Everybody, it's very easy questions. It's just I'm just kind of because reading so close to holiday season, and last year, of course, we were busy, and this year probably going to be a little busier. So I guess I'm just kind of curious about how many gigs, if you guys call them gigs or performances, did you guys do in 2022? How many more do you think you'll do this year, if any more? And how many would you like to do? Did you do 25 last year, 30 this year, and want to do 300? I'm kind of curious. I mean, some guys, they're happy with doing 5 or 10 or some, man, every day, you got to be doing it. So, are you just as busy as you were last year? Or would you like to be busier? I guess that's kind of the bottom line question. You don't have to really give numbers. I guess that really doesn't, we don't want to, we're not there to, I guess that thing. It's more, are you looking to do more? Would you be excited to do more and everything else? So I'm just kind of curious. Let's see what we got
Well,
here.
for me, I'm doing a little bit less on the photographer side, but we usually don't get our schedule for Cherry Hill until about 2 weeks before the season starts. So not real sure what my hours will be there, but I was told that we would have a little bit more hours this year at the mall. So holding back on doing as many photo sessions this year, dropped down to just a couple of photographers, and that way, I won't wear myself out before the season starts.
Yeah, that can happen real quick, real quick. Yeah, yeah, because you start early in November, and by the busy part of the season, Thanksgiving and above, you're already wiped. I see. I don't know who it is, but it says Facebook user says they did 27 last year, 63 this year. Congratulations, man! That's rocking it. That's rocking. Hey, Charlie, how you doing? 35 to 40 last year, and you probably did another 800 virtuals, probably, right, Charlie, like you did before. Um, that was always a thing a couple of years ago. We would always do so many virtuals, but now that's really calmed down a lot. I really enjoyed doing them. Okay, that's not including and Cherry Hill. Really, wow, that adds up big time. Then that's a lot of hours and a lot of time. So
Yeah, that's John Schimmel. It's
John,
27
okay,
to 63 or
wow,
whatever it was there
63.
on my screen there. Yeah,
Wow,
27 to
wow. See,
63. That's John Schimmel, and he's also the one that says that's not including Cherry Hill.
including Cherry Hill. See, I mean, it is just showing. I'm already for the first few here, it's showing how demand Santa is now. And that's what
Yeah,
is just phenomenal. I mean, we know it. We know it, how much the world and children and parents need Santa and us. So, um, but I just kind of hear. Then Charlie said, last year I did about 15 virtuals. Yeah, 650. We really dropped off the virtuals. Yeah, last year I actually I worked for a company called Memo, which is kind of like Cameo, but they filed for bankruptcy. So I don't think I'll be doing them this year. Um, they filed for bankruptcy, even though they're still out there. But that was 100 and some odd for me last year on those, and the year before that was even more. But and it might not happen. Hey, Rex,
That
good to
was
see you. Exactly the same as you did last year. See, that's good. That's nice and consistent. We know you're busy always anyway, Rex. So, begins with year, November, then into the chair, big box store. Very cool. I mean, through Christmas Eve. Yeah, I'm kind of curious how many guys also, which is something I'm going to ask them, how many work Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but that'll be another question coming up. Very good. Man,
so.
fantastic.
Santa Scott Sheraton, our compadre, says my price went up to do less. However, I seem to be getting busier or getting more. And there was a reply to that. Let me see here. John Schimmel says to Scott, that's because of the Santa shortage.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a sad thing to say, but we definitely have lost quite a few Santas throughout, through the season. I mean, we have. It's sad. It's sad.
Well,
See, I go
Gordon
back to
Bailey
here.
was a stickler for really doing a lot of research. That guy spent so much time researching things and getting to the backbone of what really is going on within the Santa community. And he had said for years, I'm talking about 15, 20 years, that the baby boom era was going to peak sometimes in the early 2020s.
Right,
And
right.
then we would start to see a fall off of new Santas coming in. And I think we're kind of there right now. I think there's more of a shortage this year than there was last year and
Yeah,
even prior to the year before. Of course, now going back to 2020 when COVID hit, a lot of guys did virtual. I mean, some guys still went out and worked. Those of us like Cherry Hill and the big box stores, we worked, we found out ways to work around that. We still worked, but a lot of the independent guys did not. And if they did, they cut way back. And so some just flat didn't work at all. So I
yeah.
think we've seen an influx the last few years of less Santas and more gigs.
Yeah, and I actually really thought that virtual would maybe not stay the same way it was during COVID, but I thought it would just level off a little bit because the new generation, they're so used to being on their phones. They're so used to
Right,
seeing everything in that little box. I
right.
personally thought it would stay, wouldn't drop off the way it did. But that it really dropped off. But thanks goodness that we're back live. That's what kind of compensated for it. But
Yeah.
so I see Dana said he did 42 last year, 36 so far this year, and it's still pretty early. So you got lots of time to do far more than you're going to need to do six more to beat last year and all that. So, um, but yeah, it's cool. Everybody sounds like they're very, very busy, and it is still. We know so many people think, oh, it's a week before Christmas. I'd like to get a Santa, and that's kind of a crazy thing, but a lot of people do that.
They do. And,
Unless you,
I'm sorry, Randy, I talked on you
no, no,
again.
I apologize. I'm in a weird, just walking out from the show and coming in, so I'm totally off my.
You're all amped up.
It's what it is too. Yeah, I'm trying to
Good.
stay calm, but I'm nowhere near that.
It's surely my
Uh,
problem is I get too amped up, get talking too fast, get stumbling with my words, forget what I'm doing. Hey, it's live. It's not Memorex, right? So
nope, not at all.
anyway, yeah, I think I'm like you. I really thought that virtual would kind of stick around and be, like you said, fall off somewhat after everybody got released and we're back out into the public,
Yeah,
after COVID. But I still hear from so many year in and year out that nothing replaces a live in person.
true.
They like to come see and be right there with Santa. So, and it is a different experience for sure.
It was different. What, a year or so ago when you kind of had the COVID babies. Like they were a year, 2 years old, and they've never seen Santa yet, really, because they've either in a screen or something. So it was a whole new thing for them. But
It
uh,
was.
but it really
It
does.
was.
It sounds like the guys are going to be working overtime this year again, which is great. Which is great. Cool
John
guys as
Schimmel
always,
says
man.
he's actually referring events to other people. So, and that was
Wow.
another point I was going to make, and I didn't, but I've gotten quite a few early requests this year. Of course, I had to reply back to them because they're always going to be in that time frame when I'm already booked for the mall. And I've got one for November or December 2nd just the other day. And of course, I had to reply back to him. It was a birthday party of all things. And I had to reply back and say, I'm sorry, but I'm the Santa over here at this mall. I cover all the hours from there from open to close, and I cannot. And for a long time, I would try to pass those off to someone, but I just haven't had time to reach out to anybody on those this year. I've been busy. Of course, we're trying to develop the curriculum for the North Pole Cornerstones, and we got a lot of stuff going on with that in both the shows. So my time has really, really, really been limited this year on what I can and can't do. So, but good to see that folks are starting to learn that you need to get a Santa earlier in the year instead of waiting for the last week or two before.
It's not the way it was anymore. You got to book ahead of time. If you want a good Santa, you want a Santa that really cares and knows and does and Mrs. Claus that are real good like they are. You got to book them ahead of time. You can't be that quick. So again, thank you guys for the input. I try to make the question easy because I didn't know how early I'd be getting out here. So, but great answers, everybody. Great answers, and just it reinforces what actually is going on, which is great, knowing that we are going more and more in demand than almost ever.
Yeah, that's a good thing. It's a good problem to have for sure. All right, then we will move along at this point and move along to the second question, and this is about giveaways. Do you give children anything when you interact with them, such as the Naughty and Nice coins or I Met Santa coins, the stickers, the tattoos that Randy talked about a week or so ago, or even candy canes? Do you still pass out candy canes? Is there something you do throughout the year, or is this just something that you do at Christmas events? I know some guys carry coins and stickers in their pocket everywhere they go. Tell us about if you do or if you don't, and why you do or why you don't. And you know, during the season, you go out, you're definitely recognized as the jolly one. So that's when they really hit you hard. As Mrs. Clauses, do you ladies hand out any giveaways? Do you keep anything in a pocket or something in your purse? Do you interact and give things away as Mrs. Claus throughout the year and or at Christmas time? So those are the questions. Charlie's on the ivory keys here, you might say. Coins, reindeer cards, and candy canes, depending on the type of visit. There was a deal that went around for a few years there about giving out candy canes as a liability, and one way to work around that came about through chats with folks is do not ever hand it to a child. Hand it to the parents. That puts the liability in the parents' hands if they give it to a child and they choke on it or something happens. It was their duty that done it, not the Santa. If you hand it directly to the child, then be careful because that could come back to bite you. Not that it will. I don't think I've ever heard of that happening, but there's always those possibilities. All right, so
I,
let's see.
I do. Of course, like I just did 5 hours of balloons, and that's the way it is there. I cannot give a balloon to anyone under a year old if they bite them and choke on them. So I give them to the parent. You have to give them to the parent. Oh, they want one bad. So you kind of take that liability out of your hands.
That's correct.
Yeah,
That's
takes it
correct.
out, takes it out of your hands. Now,
It's just
I've never really given myself candy canes out at one of my events. I mean, if I do a big box store or a
yeah.
corporate thing, if they want you to do, but I would get little trinkets from Oriental Traders or Spangle or something like that to give away. If it's stickers, if it's medallions, if it's coins, then I'll give those away. But I personally have never gone out and bought candy canes like some guys will buy cases of candy canes the first year and use those. So, big box stores and some of the corporate things they want you to, and they buy them for you. But yeah, I buy
Yeah.
all
And,
the
and
other
some guys go after the season is over with and buy the remaining stock at some of the box stores that are selling
yeah.
cases of candy canes, and that's how they get them and can pass them out to get them for pennies on the dollar. John Schimmel says, jump just I was fixing to read it. Sorry. Summer events, I give away white beach balls to resemble snowballs. That's unique. That's novel. I like that.
Wow.
Charlie says, always ask parents first regarding candy canes. That is correct, Charlie. That's the point that we were stressing.
Yeah.
Dana Prostrolo, we hand out peppermint suckers. We say the elves play the trick on Santa. Parents love them much better, not as messy either. That's a good point too, Dana. I like that very much, very much.
Very good. Very
Ernie
good.
Rousseau says, make up goodie bags for the children for every home visit. I keep coins in my pocket all the time with business cards for parents. That's correct. Don't forget the business cards. You're not doing yourself justice if you don't pass out those business cards when interacting with the child or the parents. Again, remember, have a child's card available for a child so the child doesn't feel left out, they feel included, and then kind of slip that adult card over to mama while the kid's looking at the children's card with none of your information on the child's card, by the way.
You know you will get a call at all hours of the day, and voicemails and everything else, and emails, and yeah, give them just a card. Yeah.
Yeah, and now on my child's card, I do have a very, very fine print down underneath my picture in the right bottom corner of my website. That's the only marking I have on a child's card, and I felt that it was important just in case the parents took the card and looked at it. They might notice it where a child might not, but that don't always mean that they won't because children are so tech savvy nowadays.
And man, they know how to use that thing, and they're.
Dana also says it also depends on the event. We hand out miscellaneous stuff. Back to Charlie, also inherited some DIY Christmas ornaments, Oriental trade that he can hand out. That's a great touch. Hi, Sean. Sean says, I give out stickers. I've met Mrs. Claus and candy canes. I have future plans to give out gifts from the elves, wood ornaments, or small sold dolls for classrooms and small parties. That's a great touch, too. I like that, Sean. Rex says at my big box sporting goods store, the store employees give out the candy canes, not Santa. That is true, Rex. That is a good point, too. And again, the safety factor for Santa. He's not going to be liable if something was to happen. Yeah, I've heard stories. They, put it in their mouth until it becomes a point, and they can poke themselves or poke somebody else or put an eye out or choke hazards. But I've never heard of that actually happening in reality. It's just always been hearsay of it could happen. Now, the sky could fall tomorrow, too, so you just never know. All right, goodness gracious, that was great. Got some great answers there. Fantastic fun, as always. We spent our first half of the show on hot topics, always good. Do you feel full now, Randy?
Actually, yeah, I'm satisfied. I am. I always get satisfied when they talk. I really do. I do.
Satisfied here and here, but not down here, right?
Yeah, not here. Yeah, there I am. Oh, goodness.
Oh, my goodness. All right, so let's go ahead and keep on trucking here, and let's do santascloset.org trivia for a Monday, Labor Day.
Hey everyone, Elf Angela Mack here for Bob, Randyl, and Company Live. The show about nothing. Bob, Randyl, and Company Live is brought to you by Santa's Closet. Santa's Closet has been delivering unique, value-packed Santa and Mrs. Claus accessories since 2004. Santa's Closet's main goal is to provide both a superior customer experience with tremendous value for their customers. Santa's Closet brings more than 400 separate products to the Claus community at a reasonable price. Santa's Closet is under new ownership. Let's welcome Santa Wade and Scarlett Kaufman of Tennessee, whom will continue the tradition of bringing you products of unparalleled quality and design. Don't forget to visit their sites at santascloset.org and support their efforts of bringing quality products to the community. This is Angela Mack reminding you to catch our show every Monday at 3 p.m. Central. Thanks for watching. Now let's get back to Bob, Randyl, and Company Live and today's Monday Santa's Closet Trivia.
All right, Randy, before we do the trivia real fast, we just had a late comment come in from Randy Neely. Randy is in the county just to the east of us, Kaufman County. He says that they didn't get any rain yesterday in Kaufman. And Randy and Debbie, I'm so sorry. About 40% of North Texas did. Here in North Mesquite, we were lucky. We finally got rain, but we're praying for you, brother. Hopefully, we'll get some storms moving through the next system or two and get some rain for everyone and get these yards. We got cracks big enough you can see the China. So, very good. All right, Randy, let's go ahead and get into that Santa Clausette trivia. Hey, we mentioned rain. I mentioned snow before you came on the show. That was that S word. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Trivia. Let them have it.
Boy, I don't know if I can even say that word. I don't even know what that third word. I don't know if I can even pronounce it right. Maybe you'll have to pronounce that word. Meteorological.
Meteorological, exactly.
Meteorological. Well, since
Meteorological.
meteorological fall started last Friday, here's a trivia sure to help those battling the heat. Everybody's battling heat. It's but it's summer still. Think about it. It's summer. It's supposed to be, except for down under. Then that's winter, but that's still.
Yeah.
What northeastern U.S. state holds the Guinness Book of World Records for the largest snowman? That's right. What northeastern U.S. state holds the Guinness Book of Records for the largest snowman? Now, what we need is what town was it built in? What did they name it? Oh, yes, it had a name. What name? What did they name it? How tall was the record they set? Boom. How tall was that snowman? And what year was the record set? So there's actually 5 different things to answer. What state was the Guinness Book of World for the largest snowman? What town was it built in? What was its name? Bob? No, it wasn't Bob, was it? No, it wasn't. How tall was the snowman? Wow. And what was the year of that record-setting event? Man, that's cool.
I can say that was a tall snowman. We'll give you that much.
It's a tall, almost unbelievable to think about. I mean, honestly, it's like I looked at that going, what? Are you sure that's not a typo, Bob? You kind of wonder, like, how?
It's got it in feet and meters, so do the math, right?
That is right. He's got it right. Yeah, that's fantastic. So it's pretty interesting. You got 5 answers, but man, great question, guys, because it will be here before you know it. Oh, it'll be here before you know it. I just came down from my show. I just came down thinking about snow. It was great. Today I had Santa Blake and his girlfriend stop by to see me, which was fantastic. So it was a great thing to see a Santa coming by and saying hi. So a lot of fun.
Tell you what, Randy, you did not even get the second reading of the question out of the way, and AJ was already posting.
Oh, AJ, oh my goodness, man. How fast are those fingers, buddy? Oh my goodness. You should be in the Guinness Book of World Records for the fastest fingers. I mean, wow.
And from what I can tell, he's pretty accurate on it. Of course, again, I try to always make sure that when I do a trivia for both shows, that it can be found in one simple search, all the information at one time. That way, people don't have to go digging and fumbling and finding. But AJ, buddy, we're sorry. He's a little bit sick today, he said. But nothing wrong with his fingers, that's for sure.
No kidding. Wow. I know I read slow, but that's fast. Wow.
Yeah, well, it was pretty quick. He put it up pretty fast right there. He sure did.
It's gonna be fun.
All right,
some people are reading it.
Well, we'll reveal the correct winner towards the end of the show, as we always do. She has to check Angela, our wonderful producer for Monday and Tuesday. You got to say hi to her and thank her so much for everything she does. But she's got to check both timestamps on YouTube and Facebook now that we broadcast both ways. So we'll make sure we get it correct. All right, so moving along. let's go ahead and jump into the exit video, and we'll be right back. So I was just informed by our producer that AJ left out the town. The town, AJ. The question was, what town was this built in? You got the state correct. Throw me the town in there if you can, buddy.
Remember what happened last week?
Fantastic. What's
There was
that,
one
Randy?
thing missing last week. Remember last week there was one thing missing last week, and somebody sniped in and got it.
They
So
did. They swooped right in and
did.
took it like an
Yeah.
eagle stealing a salmon off the riverbank, didn't they?
Wow, man, they just
I mean,
swooped in and got that. I'm sure somebody will get it. It's still crazy to think about. It really is. It's crazy to think that that's. How are we gonna do this? There we go. Kind of resting it on the steering wheel. So
okay, it does. AJ, Charlie pointed out that down further in the paragraph that AJ wrote, he does have the town. So it's in there. It's in there. All right, thank you, Charlie, for pointing that out. We overlooked that part of it as we was reading over it. Okay, fantastic. Let's go on to the Elephant Chatterbox news today. We want to talk about real quick something that's really exciting. We sent out notices to those who had registered for the NorthPoleCornerstones.com about payment plans. Yes, that's correct. We offer payment plans. The way that they can be paid, the different methods. We started off was just going to do Zelle, but it was brought to our attention that doesn't everybody do Zelle, so we changed that method. And so if you were concerned about paying by Zelle, just reach out to Deanna and let her know. Deanna Go, and we'll work with you however you need to pay is fine with us. Something I do want to mention this time is that, and this goes back to Randy and his scholarship that he put together for the Bob Randall and Company Live previous show. Scott Serreton reached out to me and said, okay, well, we're going to copy Randy. We're going to do the same thing for the Tuesday night live show through NorthPoleCornerstones.com. We're going to offer one scholarship through the Tuesday night live show for the event February 2nd through 4th in San Antonio, Texas. It's NorthPoleCornerstones.com, NPCornerstones.com, excuse me, Northpoke Cornerstones. And so what I'm going to do is whoever is the winner today, because we weren't prepared to do this. This just happened just before showtime. But we're going to put together a trivia question just for your name to go in the hat for a drawing. The drawing will be the last show of this year. That only gives us about 9 weeks. So 9 lucky people are going to get a chance at a scholarship. It's going to be limited, but that's the only way we can get it worked in. But today, whoever the winner is, name will go in the hat, be the first one to go in for the drawing for the NPCornerstones.com Tuesday Night Live scholarship. And our hotel price is $149 plus. That's at the Marriott Northwest, San Antonio, Interstate 410, which is the circle that goes around the city of San Antonio, and Interstate 10, which goes east to west. So it's right there on the northwest side. Really easy, beautiful hotel. They have been so accommodating. Cannot give them enough kudos. Our tuition is $450. All that's out on the website at npcornerstones.com and or our Facebook group on the North Pole Cornerstones. All right, Randy. Over to you for the Master Claus Academy. You also have some news there.
Yeah, fantastic. Of course, Master Claus, the Master Claus Academy. I had it backwards there for a minute. The Master Claus Academy is coming in March. Again, we know the dates are March 23rd and 24th down in Columbus. Lee Edwards. and Jeff McMullen. Two guys like that for that. And again, we're doing a scholarship for that. Bob Randyl and company are doing a scholarship for that. I've got a few. I definitely got more than a few essays in. So fantastic, guys. Keep them rolling in. We will get the judging together in a few weeks when they all come in. Then we'll get the judges and read them, and we will have a paid scholarship for the master class. So don't miss that. Fantastic. Tuesday Night Live is giving out a free one. Bob and Randall's giving out a free. Man, oh man, you guys, and you get all this for free. I don't know about this for free, but you get all the other. Hey, there you go. I don't have it with me.
Well,
yeah. So
yeah, there will be some cost associated, of course, to get yourself there, and
yeah, get there in hotel.
Yeah,
but
but
your
just want to say that the
classes
magical scholarship that Randy's talking about, which is the Bob Randall and Company Live Preview Show, magical sponsorship or scholarship is sponsored by Randall Lee, excuse me, Magical Productions. Just want to get that in there to let everyone know that Randy is a big part of what this is all about. He's just including me because he feels sorry for me. But you know what? We're all TNL production, and this is all TNL production between Randy, the Monday Show, Tuesday Night Live Show, Scott Saraton, and myself and Angela. So anyway, fantastic. So we'll move on along. School of Santa's 2024, Branson, Missouri, July 18th, 19th, 20, 21st. Again, the keynote instructor there will be Jeff McMullen, Santa Mac, Kringle University. Seating is getting very low there. I understand that Ben's event in the Master Claus Academy is filling up quickly, as well as North Pole Cornerstones event is filling up quickly. So if you want to go to any of these events, one, two, all, get your money in, enjoy the educational factor of the brotherhood, the sisterhood, and have some fun, see some great cities, enjoy your time out as a family of Clauses.
Phenomenal.
All right, moving right along to what, Randy?
Just hanging out with everybody and learning what you're going to learn and connecting with people. It's 1, 2, 3, whatever you said, Bob. All of them, if you can. I mean, we all can't probably get all three. It would be fantastic if we could, but I mean, what you get out of it is priceless. Priceless.
The glory of it all, though, Randy, is you got Ohio, you got Branson, Missouri, and you got San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah.
3 different regions of the United States, east of the Rockies, all of them east of the Rockies. But what an opportunity for those in the north, those in the central part of the United States, those in the south. And I can tell you that with the Cornerstones, we're actually drawing people in from outside of Texas more than we are people in Texas. A lot of our registrants are from all over the country, so which is really exciting.
Yeah, so you could get a good pull from the west there too, and the northwest and all that, which is hard for probably the Santa Academies probably because that's more Midwest. They come from north and east, so you guys can draw from there, which is fantastic.
Yeah,
that's why they're located for everybody to be able to come. I mean, maybe Washington State's a little ways, but it's worth the flight. It's worth the flight, especially with the the Cornerstones. I mean, come on, those 2 schools together.
Well, we took all that into consideration when we sat down to start planning for this. We wanted to be in a fair weather city. We wanted to be somewhere that was a destination where there was other things to do. For instance, we're going to have a Saturday night out with the Clauses, where we go down to the Alamo region, go out on the river boats, which is over an hour ride. I think it's like 4 or 5 mile ride combined. 2, 3 boats, however many we need, are going to be available. Going to sing Christmas carols. Of course, if you've never been to San Antonio, the Riverwalk is walkways on either side of the river. It's, of course, has been cemented. It's a cement canal. You do go out into the main channel for a few moments before you come back in to make the big loop. But nothing but restaurants and shops, tableside. Everybody has patio and tableside, riverside dining. Going to be a hoot. The hotels that have high rise all have balconies, people sitting out on their balconies. Here comes the Clauses down through there singing Christmas carols. What a fun time it's going to be. And then we're going out to eat that Saturday night as a group. We've rented and secured commercial buses to take us from the hotel as a group down to the downtown center civic area. That way, nobody gets lost. Nobody has to worry about transportation. We're all taken care of. Fantastic time. All right, let's move on along to our TNL upcoming guests and shows. This week, tomorrow night, Diane Elizabeth Bean, Professional Mrs. Claus 2023, will be her first year performing. She's been to two schools already. She went to School of Santas in Branson in July. She went to the CPW that they had in, what was that, Kentucky? I think it was. Anyway, went to that here recently. So fantastic. She's gearing up for the season. She has $1 million smile. Just can't say enough good things about Diane. Really enjoyed visiting with her, and she's coming to San Antonio in February also. I'll help you out on this one, Randy. Roosh, Elizabeth and Tracy Roosh.
Tracy Roosh. Now, again, Professional Mrs. Santa Claus. It's always great to hear how they work together.
Yeah.
Because that is an art when you can work and play off each other. And they do it primo. So that just to listen to how Mrs. Claus helps Santa, and then Santa gives this. They'll give you so many tips about working together, and make someone like me jealous that I don't have somebody that can help me through those times. Because they are such an asset.
And Tracy and Liz is starting their second season. As I mentioned the last couple of weeks on the Monday show, they have been to Branson both years. They moved to Branson a couple of years ago. And so when they come on here next Tuesday week from tomorrow night, we're going to hear about their move, how it's benefited both their day jobs, how it's benefited them as Clauses. And just want to say hi to Tracy. He joined us already. Hi, Tracy. And he says that they're all booked and ready for San Antonio. Looking forward to it. And we're looking forward to it too. Tracy and Liz has also volunteered as volunteers to help us with setup, tear down in San Antonio. We certainly do appreciate that. Want to give them kudos for that. All right. Moving along, Randy. The 19th of September already.
September 19th, Cherry Hill, of course. I mean, everybody knows Cherry Hill taking care of all the Santas. Over 1,000 Santas they booked. Ruby and Becky. They were going to recruit more Santas, and probably, I'm sure, Mrs. Clauses and elves. They have things for everybody. But of course, they'll let us know what they look into, or want. Let's put it this way: into a Santa and a Mrs. Claus, what they expect, and of course, they'll let us know what they still have available. And I'm sure they're still clamoring for more Mrs. Clauses and Santas.
I searched the job boards this last week, and I'm amazed at how many jobs they still have open. And what I was really taken by is the fact that they have a ton of Canada jobs this year that have not been filled yet. So if you're in the Canadian region, on the south side of the border, in Michigan, Minnesota, Maine, anywhere up in that region, and would like to work in Canada, have your passport, whatever it takes to get across the border nowadays. Some really good opportunities in Canada this year from Cherry Hill programs.
That's a good thing, because I know it was kind of difficult a few years ago trying to get that payment, and everything else are booking for over the border for Canada. I mean, Canada here is with Canada south of us here, so
yeah, that's true.
Like Canada south, but it's but don't miss. I mean, it's just nice to hear from them, because they always remind us also what makes the good Santa, what they look for. It's the smile, it's it's everything else. So it just kind of reminds us, even if you're not looking for a mall job, come by that night on the 19th, because they just kind of refresh us about what is expected of an agent too. I mean, if you work for agencies, it's kind of all the same thing. So 19th, Cherry Hill. The 26th, Bob Churchwell. Man, again, another professional. I'll get it out. Professional Santa from Colorado, Santa Babo. Now it's B-O again, or is it B-A-L? Is Babo or Babo?
Babo.
It's B-O. It's B-O. It's B-O, not B-A.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
sorry, I get it. Babo.
Bob Churchwell.
Very cool. But it will be Bob will be and it makes more sense that it's a B.O. since his first name Bob. It does make more sense.
Yeah.
It does
Yeah.
make more sense. But there's 2 O's in this Bob. That's doesn't make Bob as far as I know, but that's another story. But yeah, but don't miss that. I mean, he has got some great stories. I mean, again, the stuff you're going to learn, don't miss it. I guess I'll just go there.
Just don't.
That's on the 26th. Just don't. And
miss it.
remember, it's free. It's free. Don't miss it. The 26th. October 10th. We got a week in there that I know Bob's working on the week in between there. But the 10th is Santa Kenny Blair, a diverse Santa. Again, man, he's got some clothes and some look. You will be, hopefully he's going to bring some pictures during that one on the 10th that everybody can see some of these the pictures and the outfits, suits, whatever that he's got. And of course he's going to talk about how it works with being a coach and everything else. So it's kind of the same thing. Santa, we got to get all rah anyway. We really do. And that's our job, is to make them smile and get all the children all worked up. So it's kind of the same thing. Maybe not hitting the grid line, but he'll do that. And then, oh man, this one makes me smile every time I see that little script. On the 17th of October, guys, sit down, have a seat. Yes, we're going to have the real. We think we're all doing this and we're the Santa, but the real Santa is going to be here on October 17th. Wait, it'll be a ride.
That was going to be a fun one for sure.
It'll be a fun one. October 17th. And then, don't even think how close the Halloween party is, and the last couple days of the season before
we got the round table.
Wow.
The week after Santa Claus, we got the round table, and then the week after that, the Halloween, and the week after that is the season-ending send-off to Christmas show. So it's winding it down fast, Randy.
Man, the year goes by, I mean, just in a heartbeat.
But it's okay, because we all live to perform. You do get to perform your magic in your shows that you do throughout the year, but I know you still look forward to bleaching and getting out in a red suit and doing your Santa thing, your Claus thing. I know we all do. So it's okay. It's going to be bittersweet to wind the Bob Randyl and Company Live Preview Showdown and the Tuesday Night Live TNL Production Showdown. Put it to sleep for a couple of months there, but actually 3. But we get to go out and have other fun. So.
And we get to ramp up and be busy being Claus and bring the smiles to the children. So we're gonna miss you guys, because you are fantastic, joining us every Monday and Tuesday. Really, really are. You're a blessing to us. But we get to all be out there making smiles, and that's our job. That's our job. What a cool job, huh? What a cool job we got.
I always say it's the best job in the cosmos, not just the universe, but the cosmos.
It's far more fun than a real job. It really is.
Yeah, it really. I mean, just how cool.
Far more fun.
Okay, so Randy, let's go ahead and give them the answer, read the trivia, and give them the answer to that, and we'll get Angela to tell us who the true winner was.
All righty. It's the answer to the questions are: the city is Bethel, Maine. The city is Bethel, and the state is Maine. The name, and the snowman, it isn't Frosty, it's Olympia, right? His name is Olympia. Wow, that's
actually a snow woman. Was actually a snow woman. I wonder why they call it Olympia.
Snow woman. Now, this is what freaked me out more than anything. 122 feet, 1 inch tall. I mean, think about that for a snow person, a snow lady, how to make 122 feet, 1 inch tall.
That's over 12 stories, Randy. That's over 12 stories.
Just think of the scaffolding and the time that it had to do to do one Guinness Book of World Records. Now, that was done, we forgot to say, in 2008. So that wasn't that many years ago. But just the amount of work, the amount of time, the amount of finances put in to get that thing in the book, a Guinness Book of World Record, just to make that tall of a snow person. Olympia. Man, oh man, that's crazy. Is there a picture? I wonder if I'm sure there's got to be a picture online. I'm sure there's got to be. When I get home tonight, I'm going to have to Google a picture because to see. And I'm sure somebody did a YouTube video on it for the procedure of scaffolding and everything else. They'd have to. If they didn't, they're crazy.
Charlie Johnson's got a little tidbit to add to it. It says Snow Woman, the wife of Angus, who was built previously there in Bethel. So a little bit more to the story. Yeah, Randy, if you can come up with a picture, screen save it and bring it to the show next week, and we'll show everyone.
I've got to find it. I've got to find it because that's interesting. That's interesting.
Because if you consider one story in a commercial building, one story is considered 10 feet. So that's over 12 story, half of a 12-story building. So fantastic. Okay, fantastic. As I said, and our winner is AJ. It is truly AJ. AJ, buddy, you get a twofer today. You not only get a gift from Wade and Scarlett Kaufman over at santascloset.org, but your name goes in the hat for the scholarship drawing for San Antonio, Texas, North Pole Cornerstones, npcornerstones.com. All right, congratulations, my buddy. Appreciate you. You're always quick on that. I accused him during Branson that he must use his voice to text or voice to the command on his phone because see how his fingers can work that fast.
Is it serious? Is that her name, Siri? What's her name, Siri? Is that her name? What if he does that?
Yeah, Siri. Well, you got different ones. Alexa, Siri.
Yeah, Alexa. Yeah.
Siri. Yeah. Depends on who you're talking to, I guess. Hey, did you know you can change the voices on the Alexas?
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Scott Seraton changed his to a man one night when we were just chatting, and that went to a man's voice. That was kind of weird. But anyway, moving on along, let's go ahead and are you ready for magical moments?
It's going to be short magical.
You're okay. All right, let's do the lead in and we'll be right back. Here we come.
Hi, everybody. Again, thank you. Again, I apologize. It's going to be a short magical moment because, I'm in the truck here, but I just wanted to let everybody know I got a new toy, and I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but you probably can't hear it there. Got one of those cool sleigh bell horns for my car. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Just to use the remote, and you get that wasn't what I was talking about, but I had to tell you. What I was going to talk about a little bit about what I said a minute ago. What a great job we have. We have the most amazing opportunity and the most amazing thing that we get to do. We get to bring smiles. We get to bring happiness. We get to bring love and joy to other people. I mean, we cannot be more thankful and more lucky for what we get to do. There's so many of you out there that just take that to heart so great to do such a wonderful job, and you've got to do that for the children and not just the children, the family and the parents and everybody. And it's so rewarding. It's hard to explain to anybody else out there. It's unique to talk to somebody about the Santa business, and because they remember, like I said, Uncle Bob doing it, or sorry, Bob, I always use your name, but putting on the J.C. Penney or Walmart suit from 20 years ago, and or having a few sniffs before the thing, and not the same now. We really take Mrs. Clauses and Santas take pride, really deep pride in this industry, and to make sure that we do the best we can, and that is just so commendable to each and every one of you. I can't be prouder and more lucky to be a part of this association and fellowship and brotherhood of everybody. Because we have such a great job. I cannot express it enough. I'm going to make it short, but man, don't ever forget that we are so lucky to bring smiles, happiness, love, and joy. Because that's our job. And it feels so good too. It feels so good to do that. I know it's kind of selfish thinking that way, but it is. It makes it just when you give it out, it comes back. That smile, you put a smile out, a smile comes back. You give that nice little and they get a smile back. And that's it is amazing what we can do. And Mrs. Claus is the soft sweetness that they can do and just brings that gentleness to everything. It's just, I mean, most people can't understand how phenomenal that is and how it makes you feel and how much is needed. Like I did earlier, that's why I asked the questions earlier to show everybody how much it's needed, how much we are needed nowadays. We've always been needed and loved, Santa has been, but I think the way the world is now, we're needed even more than ever, even when COVID was going on. We're needed, and it's proven by how much Santa's and Claus are working. Again, thank you guys. I know you're going to keep the smiles, you're going to keep that love, you're going to keep the joy, you're going to keep that happiness, and always keep your bag full of goodies because you never know what you're going to need. So always be prepared. You know, be the wait a minute, Boy Scout or Girl Scout. It's up to you, but make sure you have that list. We're going to talk about soon too, because then Bob always did a great job on the checklist too, and we're going to go over that coming up soon too. Don't forget a thing. So again, thank you guys so much. As always, my thanks to you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Have a magical day, guys.
Randy, you're so magical. And speaking of making smiles, just want to say hello to Kimmy. She joined us late today, but she always makes me smile when she greets us with her comments in the comment box. Fantastic.
Yes, she does.
Let's see here. Ron McClam says can't even call it work or a job. That's a good point. Good point. I mean, yeah, it depends on how you look at it. But no, I don't think any of us. You know, I always am asked by parents about uh, how much joy I get out of what I do, and I always tell the parents, I think I get as much, if not more, sometimes than the children do.
Yeah,
You know, because
yeah.
we're at that point in our mindset that we are just really thankful and blessed, and you know, just to have our health, just to be able to go out and put smiles on folks' faces, put the joy in our heart, and continue the tradition that hundreds of thousands, probably, of men and women have done for years to lay the groundwork for us to come in and do.
Oh, thankful for all
We owe it to
the
all
people
those.
really before us. Yeah, before us
Yeah.
that really kind of got this business to where it's growing now and everything else. It's
And Kimmy
everybody out
says
there.
it's the
Just
best. Sorry.
sorry, go ahead.
Charlie says it's calling me. Thanks. Kimmy says it is the best feeling in the world. I need it more than anything. The more you give, the more you get. So very true. Ron says I get paid to play with children and adults. That's another truthful statement.
Isn't
Absolutely.
it great?
All right, Randy.
Isn't it great?
Fantastic,
Oh, I can't wait for this one, guys.
fantastic job as always. And you know, you had a little bit of a message there. Speaking with Annabelle, F. Annabelle this week, she said, Santa, do you mind if I throw in a little inspiration at the end of my presentation? I said, dear, you do whatever makes you happy, and it's going to make the rest of us happy. So, moving right along, we're going to go ahead and jump in with the lead in to Santa's sneak peek into Santa's Toy Catalog 2023. All right, so Santa's Toy Catalog 2023. We all need to be up on our toys for the season. Every year it seems like new toys come out, and that first week or so, when you get out in the suit, someone will come up and ask for something. You go, "Uh-oh, I didn't know about that one." So we're trying to preview some of the hottest new toys. I've looked at some of the better sites to find these each week. Working with Elf Annabelle. So each week we'll highlight two new toys set to become the hottest of the 2023 Christmas season by top sites on the web. Angela, go ahead and play Annabelle's segment.
Hi to all my Claus family, Elf Annabelle Chatterbox back for week number 2 of the Bob, Randyl and Company live preview show to debut more of the hottest toys for the 2023 Christmas season. Today's we highlight 2 more hot holiday toys, and both of these was picked by the NBC Today show. On July 13, 2023, manufacturer Toy Monster introduced a new generation of roartastic family fun with the all-new Jurassic World Ravenous Raptors game. These hangry raptors need to be fed, and it's your job to make sure each of them eats as many snack balls as possible. Get ready to chomp, romp and roar your way to the highest score. Each game contains Jurassic enclosure for ravenous raptors, 20 snacks balls marked carnivore or herbivore, instruction game guide. This exciting new toy is rated for children 3+ years old and is advertised to sell for $19.99 at Toy Insider. Lori Schacht, Chief Toy Officer at the Toy Insider, a toy expert, has brought the Christmas spirit to the fall season by revealing which toys will be flying off the shelves and are set to be a sellout this holiday season. She has revealed that it's never too early to begin your holiday shopping, giving parents a chance to get them while they can, and will be available this fall. Now then, moving on to our next hot new toy. This one is no surprise due to the release of the new Barbie movie this summer. If you haven't seen the Barbie movie yet, it's likely because someone beat you to that last ticket in the theater. By the time the 2023 holiday season rolls around, hopefully, you will have seen the film. Our toy expert, Lori Schacht's next pick is the newest Barbie Dream House. Made with pet lovers in mind, the Dream House includes a puppy slide and pool, pet elevator, and pet palace, complete with a puppy figure, pet bed and doggy door. It also includes more than 75 accessories and the tallest slide in the Barbie Dream House ever. Barbie's newest Dream House can be found at Amazon, Walmart, and Target for $179, while supply lasts. During a chat last week with Santa and Mrs. C over milk and cookies, Santa mentioned to me that the toy shop elves have been running full production in 3 shifts just to try and meet demand. Every little girl's dream house will be one of this season's hottest toys. Barbie can host the pool party of her dreams with her home's spectacular 3-story spiral slide. Watch as Barbie and her friends swirl down the slide into the pool. This updated version of the iconic dollhouse features an open design, premium features, and 75 storytelling pieces. Rated ages 3 years and up, they'll never run out of stories to tell. Once again, Elf Annabelle, Santa's toy communications officer for the North Pole Village and correspondent for the Bob, Randyl and Company live preview show, wishing everyone a fabulous shopping season, and hopefully I have educated you all on 2 more of this Christmas season's newest toys that surely will be in hot demand. Annabelle reminding you all, Alasia Meyer, for all my friends whom are not fluent in Elvish. Well, simply, happy shopping. See you next week with 2 more reviews. Annabella to Cindy Chatterbox. Oh, but Santa and all my friends call me Annabelle, and I consider you all my friends. I will leave you to think among your thoughts with this little piece of inspiration. We are shaped by our thoughts, we become what we think. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Remember, to show kindness is to do good things for others without expecting anything in return.
Annabelle is phenomenal. Man, that's a
She's
great review.
she's such a delight to work with. She
She
is
is.
she is the epitome of kindness and just joy, warmth, all the things you mentioned earlier. Annabelle, she's got all those traits. Fantastic. Uh,
Wow.
really does does a great job on those reviews. Like I said, it's been a pleasure working with her for sure. Kimmy says that toy's better than the hippos. It is. It's based off the Hungry Hippos, but for the new dinosaur, and it's really amazing how in the last 2 to 3 years the dinosaurs have really become super popular again. Not only with boys, but ladies and girls too. It's just one of those things everybody can sink their teeth into.
No pun intended on Hungry Hungry.
No pun
Well, it's not
intended.
Hungry Hippos, but yeah, it's a cool concept to have the dinosaurs, and it has Annabelle even said all the different kind of dinosaurs and everything. And man, that's kids are gonna love it. Children are gonna love it.
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. All right, it's always fun. Again, to kind of educate us all on some of the new toys that are coming out, and both of those are a spin-off of old toys. Of course, the uh, Dream House 2023 is taller, got the tallest slide ever, 75 accessories that come with it. You know, so uh, when they ask for a Barbie Dream House, you're going to have to say old version or new version. That way they'll know, wow, Santa knows what he's talking about, or Mrs. Claus,
Very
for
cool.
sure. All right,
Just
Randy,
love
you
it.
got any final thoughts on the day, on Labor Day?
Oh, it's gonna be a rest of the day. I get home and gonna get some sleep. I'm gonna put some stuff away. I got a long drive the next 2 days, so I actually fly to Florida first thing tomorrow morning, and then I drive back right from Orlando. I'm flying to Orlando, picking up some friends, and driving right back. So it'll be a quick, long 2 days, but it'll be fun, no problem. And
Therapeutic, therapeutic.
therapeutic, yes, yes. So hope everybody's had a wonderful holiday weekend. Um, I really do. Hope everybody's been safe and happy, and hope Kimmy you're feeling better. I know you had the that C thing, but hope you're doing better.
I'll throw a great big shout out to Santa Mel, Melissa Lynn. She joined us late. We're missing you too, lady. Hope everything's getting settled in with your new place. I'll let you spend some time with the Claus family up there, and fantastic to see you. Resettling and having such a good time doing it.
Yeah, Mel had an open house at her house yesterday because she's all moved in and settled in. So she had a nice open house
Seeing
over the
that,
weekend.
seeing those.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Yeah.
She's
Oh, and
become a Michigander or a Michiganian. Nobody really
yeah.
knows if it's a Michigander or a Michiganian. So I guess, Mel, you have to decide which one you are.
I guess you would consider both of them proper, right?
Yeah, they're both proper, but some people don't like Gander, some people don't like Ganian. So it's whatever, I guess, the one you take.
Yeah.
I've
Did
never
you say
taken
she found
sides,
out
I
who'd been
guess.
ordering all the Amazon stuff?
Oh, gosh, yeah, that's going to
Yeah,
be
it's funny stuff. All right,
yep.
guys. So we want to say thank you for joining us today, Monday, Labor Day. It's a beautiful day out. If you have not gotten out and enjoyed the day, get out and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Spend it with family. And we'll hope to see you right back here on next Monday and tomorrow night again. Fantastic show coming up with Diane Vian. It's going to be fun. Got a great script put together for that one. And hope to see you back here next Monday. Randy, enjoy your time and be careful and have fun. And
Yep.
we'll see you next when you get
I'll
back.
see you in the regular studio next week. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. As
Thank you.
always, everybody is amazing. Bye.
Bye, guys.